Automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh. Work my body so melodic. This beat goes right through my chest. Everybody, mom and poppy came to party. Grab somebody, went your body, work your body. Let me see 1, 2 step. Rock it, don't stop with me. Everybody get on the floor.
Sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take it right, we can take it slow, yo.
Welcome to the Road to Self-Love. Everyone, I am with the CEO of Serotonin, Miss Melanie Jones. I've been singing all day. Me and Mrs. Jones. So, Melanie, I was served one of your videos on my For You page. And for some reason, so if you don't know, Melanie is like TikTok famous. She is so famous on TikTok.
Oh my God.
And all for what I believe is just like being yourself. You know, like you may, so I have so many questions about like going viral on TikTok and the amount, because when I messaged you, you had like 400,000 followers and now you have like over 1.7 million.
Yeah.
So what has that experience been like for you?
It's honestly, it's unexplainable because when I first started doing TikTok or like posting videos on TikTok, I wasn't doing it necessarily for anything to go viral or for anything to, explode in the way that it did. I was just doing it because I thought it would be fun, So, later in the past year, once I really started seeing my profile taking off, it was kind of overwhelming at first. I'm not going to lie, because going from, 400K to 1 million in such a short time, I didn't know what to do with that information. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
So it just took me a minute to really process everything and kind of come to the realization that, maybe being somewhat of an influencer is something that I can do. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit, and I need to look deeper into this. Yeah. But it was so amazing to see, how many people, really enjoyed my content and, seeing comments like, oh, this puts a smile on my face. Oh, I was having such a bad day and this turned it around. I haven't laughed this long in weeks and months. And I'm just like, oh God, that just makes me feel so good,
It feels so good. I love that. This is really, really interesting point that you bring up about like this, that you didn't know what to do with all of that information. And there's so much in social media, it can be easy to forget that each one of those numbers is a human.
Exactly.
And it's like, okay, so there are probably more people following you than are in the population of the town that you live in.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane.
And you're like, what do I do with this? And this is a massive conditioning in our society. You just want more, right? Like, my experience with TikTok which I think TikTok's so cool because like, unlike Instagram, you can literally like gain a mass amount of followers. And because the algorithm is so new, TikTok is so new. And I think that it's like really like a baby algorithm right now.
Yeah.
So if someone's listening to this, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be listening to this who like know your videos and like are fans of you, like, what would you tell someone who's just like doing it for the fame and doing it for like the analytics and beats themselves up about that stuff?
Right. I would have to tell them you kind of have to just sit down and think about the reason you're doing these things in the first place. You know what I mean? I think people that tend to do it for the numbers or just to have this massive popularity or to go viral tend to not have fun with it. You know what I mean? It kind of takes the fun out of everything because rather than you enjoying yourself and just posting stuff that makes you happy, you're like, oh, I didn't hit this, that means my stuff is awful. Let me try this instead, rather than trying to just do what makes you happy. And I think once you start doing that and posting stuff that makes you truly happy, the numbers and everything will follow, it'll come.
I believe that the energetics, like what you put into the video and the true, like, if it brings you joy, if you're excited about it, that will spark excitement within other people. Like people can read into that. And like, my struggle right now with TikTok is I went viral for something that has nothing to do with like my business or anything. And I was like on this, like, what am I going to do? People started following me because they want to see tiny tangerines.
Yeah.
They don't want to learn about self-love.
Yeah.
But then I just get to infuse my personality, which is joy and excitement and all that kind of jazz in there. So it's just like driving that home. And I just see that so much in your content, you know, that like, I do have an issue with like you not thinking that chocolate and mint go together.
I'm so sorry, but they don't. That's disgusting. That's nasty. Just keep it every week. I swear you would get along with my mom so well because she loves like like the junior mints, the chocolate covered.
Yeah. No. But like mint chocolate chip ice cream?
No, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Well, you can get out at the corner.
Right.
I know you from TikTok. I know you're like just like in the car, just literally like making fun of yourself, laughing with yourself, which I think is so amazing that you can do that alone and just like put it out into the world. I'm curious to know who you are outside of TikTok. Like who, like what are, maybe like tell me your origin story, like, all that jazz.
All that jazz, of course. Well, the person I am today is extremely, extremely different than who I was growing up until, let's say 11th grade, actually. In high school, because I used to be extremely, extremely shy. And I had, somewhat of social anxiety where it would literally, I would panic having to talk to people or, I wouldn't really try to go out my way. Of course, like I was nice to everyone, as we all should be. But I wouldn't really want to try and meet new people because it was so scary.
Right.
It was absolutely terrifying, and, it's, oh my God, in elementary school, I had like separation anxiety. I would cry having to go to school. I didn't want to leave my mom's side. And it was just, so much. So I guess what turned it around is, my high school was throwing on High School Musical as a spring musical. And I was like, now wait, I love that. I love High School Musical. So I was just like, okay, I had to sit down. I gave myself a pep talk. I was just like, I'm just going to try it. You never know what's going to happen. I'm just going to try it. And I got up there, shaky voice, almost crying and everything. Still did the audition and I got in and I was like, oh, okay. And then from there, I found myself loving to perform and loving to be in front of people and loving to, just, I don't know, be on stage.
Right.
So from there, I took theater classes and I was like, wow, I really love this. Like bringing someone's words to life and just being entertaining is what I love. Like, why did it take me this long to figure this out? So I don't know. I feel like I just really got into who I was supposed to be. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be this outgoing individual, I still have my tendencies where I can just, I can just chill by myself and whatnot, we all can do that. But I just feel like I was just meant to be out there. You know what I mean? I was meant to be the voice for people that maybe couldn't speak up for themselves, you know what I mean? Or couldn't really express themselves the way they wanted to.
I love that evolution. And I think that's a lot of people probably can resonate with that, being scared to use their voice. So, and what I see, like if I'm zooming out, is that you were scared to use your voice and you found your voice in other people's words. And now because of that confidence, you're able to speak your truth.
Yes.
You're able to just like fully align with what brings you joy.
Yes.
So here for that. So,
yes. I love it. That's it.
So what would you say to the person who's like kind of in that space of like, either if in the vein of like TikTok, they want to go live for the first time, or they want to create content that is aligned with them and just not a trend. Like, what would you say to that person who's scared to use their voice?
Honestly, I would just say, believe in yourself enough to know that you can do it. I feel like a lot of the times, you have so much self-doubt and everything with, this isn't going to be what people want to see, don't worry about that. Do it because it makes you happy. Like, you are so capable of doing this, you don't even know. Oh my gosh, you have to say yes to yourself. You just have to do it. And once you do it, it's going to feel so liberating. Like you're going to be like, damn, I did that. You're going to feel so accomplished, so proud. And it does not matter if, a million people see it right away. That, like I said, that's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is going to be fine. You are just so capable.
You are so capable. Oh my goodness. Just remember this timestamp and just put it on replay whenever Melanie will be your hype woman.
I got you. Oh my gosh. I will absolutely be your hype woman.
I feel hyped.
So
do we have a moral of the story?
The moral of the story is do what makes you happy.
Boom.
Do what makes you happy. Honestly, you have to it's just do what makes you happy in just any aspect of life, really. Like career-wise, job-wise, life. I mean, just life in general and your relationships. If you're not happy in something, why are you in it?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it? You know what I mean? I feel like, I'm guilty of this, of course, too. But I feel like so many people tend to just settle or try to do what they think other people want them to do, or they just always try and do what other people say rather than doing what's really on their minds and on their hearts.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I feel like we all look for just validation from other people so much. You know what I mean? I feel like that ties into that. Or we're just scared. We're scared of failure. We're scared of not living up to, our expectations or other people's expectations. It's a lot of fear. Yeah. So I think once we learn how to overcome that, we can soar.
Yeah. And remember, you are worth it.
Yes.
You deserve it. Yes. And you are not alone. Okay. Yes, you are. That was my sign up and you just ruined it.
I'm so sorry. Oh, no.
Bye, everyone.